We have already talked about React components and how they interact in our previous videos. If we want to simplify the understanding of what React components actually are, we can always compare them with Lego bricks. Just like we used to make complex architectures by connecting Lego bricks, a React app, even a complex one, can be created by simply adding or modifying multiple React components. This is one of the major reasons why React is so popular, because it is disposable. Even the most complex apps, like the ones which are developed in enterprises, are developed nowadays using React. Whenever we visit any website, we always see a standard structure, which is navigation on the top bar, some content in the middle, and a footer at the bottom. Now consider each of these as a separate component in React. So navbar will be having a separate component. The middle content will be a separate component, which will further be divided into multiple subcomponents. Similarly, footer will be a separate component by itself. So let's try to create two of these components, the navbar component and the footer component. In React, if we want to create any component, then the simplest way is to create a functional component, that is, creating a component using a function. So for example, I want to create the navbar component, so I have to create a function, or I have to define a function. Let's call it my navbar, and inside it we have to return the content. Right now I'm going to simply return a text, and in the future videos we are going to create a fully fledged functional navigation bar using React. So for now I'm simply going to return a paragraph which will contain a text, the content related to the bar will appear here. And the next thing that we have to do is we have to call this component inside the root.render method. So here we'll be calling our component, which is my navbar. Once we render it and run our program, then this component's content will start appearing on the web page. Similarly, let's create our another component, which is footer. Let's call it my footer. Here also we'll be returning a simple text as of now. Let's quickly write the content related to the footer will appear inside this component. The next thing will be again calling my footer inside root.render. But here is a problem. React is throwing us some error. The reason being, if we want to render more than one component, then we have to place them inside the div tag. And now the error is gone. And if we go to our website, we can now see the navbar component and the footer component appearing on the web page.